Welcome back, YouTube, to another video. In this video, we are going to be showing you what I like to do versus people that quick hike. In this gameplay, you're going to see we're going to be playing Coach Bugs, aka Bugatti Bugs, all-time MCS great. Been doing this for so many years, and he's been quick hiking and in bunch for so many years. So we're going to be playing the latest scheme to win a belt. Clef the God won the last belt running this Atlanta Falcons bunch. We're going to see how I do versus Bugatti Bugs' version against it. You can see, some of the ideologies I have, some tips and tricks, what you could do if you're getting quick hiked at home and you need some help. So watch this video, and I'm going to break it down. Let's get into it right now. So first things first, you know the defense I'm in by now. And it's really primarily just going to be a lot of 1-4-6, crossfire, and A-gap blitzes. So obviously the A-gap coming in right there. Then we have the crossfire loop coming across the middle. We're going to mix and match that with a random occasional, slot DB blitz. And from there, we're really hoping to get some pressure and, get them on that timer. And, hopefully get some switch stick picks. Main thing I want you to focus on is the fact that he has Drew Lock at QB. Gets that 2 AP gunslinger. He's going to have conductor. You're going to see a lot of 2 hot route plays. Boom, go. Boom, go. Boom, go. For example, watch this play setup. As soon as he gets to the line, he's calling hike, right? It's the meta nowadays. The quick hike, the conductor, the master attack. Look at, as soon as he gets to the line, you're going to see he's just going to call hike. He's mastered this. It's honestly a skill, muscle memory, core functions to really get your plays that you want, know them pre-play, and then, setting them up as fast as you can when you get to the line. And what this does, right, it gets the opponent in really bad situations. Look at my user. It's not in a good spot, right? I have random zones on the field. I'm running this cover 4 stock. At this point, Bugs knows anyone who runs dollar, DB fire, it's going to be a lot of cover 4 stock, right? And it's going to be hard to adjust, get those adjustments off. It's going to be like hard flats or cloud flats for the most part. And if you really want to adjust and man people up, you might get quick hiked and give up a bomb. So you're going to see a lot of that in this gameplay. As for his route combos, it's practically dig return, some type of variation of a zig route, flat, in route. He's going to do a lot of running back wheels, drags, angle routes, and posts. And then lastly, really it's just bench pivot and verticals. So tight end on the drag, R1 going across the middle, and then this in route underneath. Notice how these are all baby routes underneath the cover 4 zone, and it's just so hard to stop. So first play, he's going to hit this wheel route. It's such a great route to get under the zones and over the hard flats, but he kind of gets it inaccurate. We get very lucky right there. It could have maybe been a pick, but we'll take that. And you're going to see me struggling a little bit in the first drive to get a stop, right? But you're going to see what I do, what adjustments I make. I simplify and dumb down the game. You don't need to be a pro to stop these high-powered schemes that are quick hiking. As right here, boom, verticals. It's been a play for like 6, 7, 8 years now, and it's so hard to stop, right? It's so hard to stop. Still can't stop it, especially with the zones being how they are. You're gonna notice I'm trying to set up this mug the gap, causing this Rob Gronkowski to come in free. But it's not going to work. He has great counters to it. He's quick hiking me. I don't know if he has an ID or a protection, but you're going to see, I had really no chance. Bad switch stick right there. Could have been a good switch stick and stop that verts. But I'm just getting quick hiked. I can't really think and, know what I want to do. I want to set up my adjustments, but, I'm struggling to do so. So, you see once more, we're going to try to get in this gap. It's cover 4 stock, shade down, taking away. For the most part, we're just going to take away this left side of the field. But look how, there's all this space right here because, I have no zone here. This guy's blitzing either this way or this way. So I had to pretty much pick up his assignment. And because of that, there's a big hole right in this area of the field. So that's where the drags come across. That's where R1 verticals comes across. There's a big space right there that I have to cover. And that's my job, whether I man people up, disguise the look and blitz other people, or, just zone out this guy and take some risk, right? That's really what my main intentions are in this defense right now, how I'm going to counter his offense. See right here, it's just easy. easy drags, no pressure, and a 5-yard gain turns out to be a touchdown. So see how we look what we end up doing on this second drive to see if we can end up getting the stop. Rewind. I'm gonna forward the tape a little bit to show you, his second drive. See right here, we do get 7, and it always helps when you're getting 7, right? You see right here, first things first, we are gonna start off in this crossfire. It's an easier setup. You don't have to, be on the line, and your user has so much more, mobility when he's just, being a user instead of hitting the guard and running back, right? My arrows are pretty bad, but you're going to notice like my user gets so much better. It's so much more space. It's an easier setup because the blitz is practically already set up. And you're going to see right here, boom, we switch stick. And I had this kind of hook, right? Great defense. We get the pressure. There's one issue on this play. I was one step. There was one more thing I needed to do. And you're going to see it right here. I needed to put my hook zones on 5. So right there, we're going to switch them on 5. I don't think they were on 5, right? I hope they were. I don't know. They might have been on 5. Who knows? The game might have glitched out. But we're going to put them on 5 now to take away any types of baby drags and in routes and zig routes in the future, right? When you do that, other things might open up and get open. But, that's the game we play. It's a chess match. You got to take away one thing, then they show you the next thing, and then you got to take that away, and so on and so forth. And it's just adjusting and seeing who's on top of what better. Right now he's winning because he's not winning, but he's winning the quick hike battle in the match. Right here we actually have some good adjustments. What we end up doing is getting a little more risky, right? I have this guy in a hook zone now, right? But he's gonna play this underneath so much better than how I was playing it before. He's gonna take away this drag, take away this drag, take away like in routes coming across the middle. But there's a big space right here and like right here and right here now that I have to take away with my user and or switch stick onto maybe this defender right here or even this defender right here, right? So that's a lot of responsibility now. Thankfully for us, he's quick hiking, right? This is where quick hiking could go bad for the opponent. They can't set up these deep posts and all that type of stuff. They're really limited to 4 to 5 setups, and if you know what they're gonna call, they're eventually gonna mess up. Right there could have been a pick, right? Great defense on our end. We didn't get pressure, but he forced the throw. Could have been a pick. So I'm liking what I'm seeing right there. Of course, I switch off of it because I still have to. You can't run crossfire only all game, right? I know that. I'm not gonna win that if I just run crossfire. I want to get this A gap pressure because it screams so much faster and so much more consistent than the A gap or the crossfire. See right here, we hit the guard and everyone's getting bumped up. Everything is open, so much free territory. And at this point, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm probably gonna have to abandon this. Notice how it's so early in the game when I'm like, thinking this to myself. I might have to just run primarily crossfire, maybe DB fire in this matchup. DB fire being, slot cornerback blitzes, crossfire being, this A gap, this linebacker blitz. But I'm thinking to myself, give this a few more tries. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Right here, crossfire, I'm just getting shredded. But the thing is, I had everyone set up in the right spot to go. All I had to do next time is have someone, this guy, bite down, or this guy, jump up, right? So crossfire is already looking a little better because I took away 1, 2, 3. I decided to take away that 4. So it might be crossfire for the remainder of this game. You notice how I'm picking up on that so fast, so quickly. He's quick hacking me. I need something where a lot of my zones are already set up, and maybe I need 1 to 2 adjustments to get a stop. See right here, we go to the hooks on 5 again. Such a crucial adjustment for this offense. Bunches of drags, baby zigs, ins, all that type of stuff, right? So this is our first time getting a little risky. Predicting some type of, zig route. So I have this hook curl right here. We're going to blitz Gronk. And then we're going to hook curl our user. And, that's going to take away all this underneath stuff right here. And then we're going to switch stick onto, this guy and take away whether it be a fade route, whether it be a post. We're going to take that away with our switch stick and then eventually maybe switch stick onto this defender. Onto Calvin or my user again or my slots depending on the play. So this is a great shell. The one thing I had to be wary about is this is on a go route. If he's on a go route, I might be cooked, might be a touchdown, but there's no way he calls that, right? But guess what? He ends up calling it, of course. So stock cover 3. I get lucky he misses his read because this right here is wide open. Touchdown. Wide open. Pass lead it, right there. Just pass lead it. Thankfully for us, he misses a read. He was maybe, I don't know. I don't know why he missed his read, but we get lucky, right? We switch stick on. Right here, we're good. We are good right here. We have our 2 hooks, guarding all the baby stuff. He can throw this. Elite level players, high level players are making this read, passing right here. But it's not the best read, right? And if you have a mid zone, you could live with that, right? If that happens, so be it, right? So we switch stick. We take away the streak. Our next mission is to take away this post, right? By switch sticking onto here. You're going to see right here, we actually don't do that. I was anticipating this throw. Bad switch stick on the second part. He was throwing either this or this. Both pretty open, honestly, with an undercut. But we get that pressure finally. So you see that he didn't like that look at all. He had some people open, but he just wasn't ready for adjustments, I guess, right? And this is the sad truth about zone adjusting. It's going to be, switch stick, and that's going to be it, right? You're going to get a little risky with your hook zones, run a cover 2 sometimes instead of a cover 3 or cover 4. But besides that, all you could really do is man people up. So right here, we make an adjustment. We actually put Patrick Tillman where Gronk was to get this blitz to come in faster through this A gap. And I want you to notice something. I noticed that he had Drew Lock, who's not necessarily the fastest QB. So instead of containing, which you're so used to me doing, and what I like to do a lot because of Robert Griffin III, Josh Allen, we're actually going to blitz angle, keep these guys on their blitz angles, and try to get real sheddy and get some nice pressure because he has Drew Lock. So you're going to see what ends up happening is we get in this cover 4. We're ready for this thing now and this, right? So because he ends up blocking his tight end because we have those blitz angles, we get a nice shed, everything covered, and it's a 3rd and 17 now. So that A gap wasn't working, and it still didn't work right there. But I wasn't gonna completely throw it away. Cover 4 is so crucial in this game. You just gotta be like with your switch stick ready to go. Right here, we're gonna adjust one more time. We're gonna man up. We're expecting verticals, right? Everyone on 3rd down knows for the most part there's a good chance it's gonna be verticals. Not maybe anymore because of switch stick. But it's gonna be some type of something like this, a 5 out, something like that. And I gotta be ready. So I blitz the slot corner. My job right now is to guard this running back and maybe, I don't know, the verts crosser if it's coming. He actually ends up calling a really good play. The play that he was calling earlier, the wheel route, the angle route, the post, and the drag. I run to the middle of the field, and we give up some yards, but it's a 4th and manageable. 4th and 4. You live with that. Anytime you get to your opponent to a 4th down, you got to live with it. Here we go. 4th down. Let's see if we could get the stop. So what I do right here, do I put my hooks on 5? Let's see. Boom. It's subtle, but we put our hooks on 5 because we know it's 4th and 4. We're going to have to sell out right here. We're going to have to get a little aggressive. Hooks on 5. Really underrated, fire adjustment. It's great for in cover 3, cover 4, 3 recs. It's great. And we are going to run crossfire, right? Everything is set up. What we end up doing is we get quick hiked. It's so funny. But what actually ends up happening is I put this guy in a hook again. He's going to play very shallow, very underneath. My goal was to hook this guy too, and the whole middle of the field would have been covered underneath routes. And then my goal was to switch stick onto Fuller and just run back and guard any type of post myself, any type of streak myself, and leave everything else up to my switch stick in the zones. I didn't shade right here, so look what ends up happening. I get the match coverage. This hook curl goes crazy. He guards this. He ends up having the running backs for a slight moment before he gets matched onto. And all we got to do is run just right here. And that way we'll be able to pick off this post or this angle route. The spacing is not necessarily the best on this play. And because he's quick hiking, he doesn't set up a good play. And we get the stop. So this is how you could kind of use quick hiking to your advantage. If someone's quick hiking you and there's something like this bunch, there's like a handful of plays they could really call. They're probably not dialing up the deep bombs. You could get really aggressive, really risky to get your stops. Now, if they're not missing reads, it's going to be a different story. But for the most part, you see we adjusted a little bit. And when I had no chance of getting a stop that first drive, we end up getting this stop on the second drive. Doing same plays, same things, same adjustments, just being a little more cautious of what was going on, knowing what he was going to call, and all that good stuff. If you enjoyed this chess match, go check out Madden Academy now. We got free courses, ebooks, coaching, all that good stuff. Go check it out now. The link will be in the description. If you really want to improve your game, get better at the chess match, that's the way to go. Madden Academy now. Go check it out, and I'll catch you guys in the second upcoming video. Peace.